At 4, we know all the questions. At 18, we know all the answers. All Red's quick quotations. I'm going to speak on a topic today that people don't believe in anymore, or ever. The Momo, the Wookiee, the Florida grass ape, the woods devil, and Sasquatch are all names for one creature/man/animal, Bigfoot. Carlos was a college student on a spring break trip, not a BYU student. They don't have one of those. He decided to go camping one evening, so he's going down this dark road, and off to the side he sees trees and skunks and deer, and then off in the distance he sees something black, dark, and hairy. What could it be? Bigfoot exists for 3 reasons. Namely, there's weirder things out there, the many sightings, and we can see the ancestors within our own society today. The first reason Bigfoot exists is we can see weirder things out there. If I was to tell you, and AustralianAnimals.net would confirm, if there was a duck-billed, egg-laying mammal that could live in both the water and the land and had a venomous spur in its hind ankle, you'd say, no way, but it's true. It's a platypus. I've never seen it, but I assume it exists. And yet we compare something like the platypus, who has all these interesting and weird characteristics, to someone like Sasquatch, who only his fault is a big hairy foot. I'm a pretty ordinary person. I'm probably as average as you get, really, but when we try, we can be weirder than Bigfoot. Right here is a penny. Down here is my knee. I can launch this penny out of my knee using my knee muscles. I want to show you guys this real quick. My point in showing you this is that we as ordinary people, if we try, we can even be weirder than Bigfoot. S. Seagraves says that there's an animal out there that can secrete slime from its body. This slime can act as a protective coating, allowing the animal to crawl over razor blades. This same animal can walk upside down on the ceiling and can sleep for 3 years straight. I mean, that's pretty unbelievable, defying the laws of gravity, and yet it's a snail. One of the most boring and slow animals out there is still weirder than Bigfoot. There's an animal out there that within 1 year can create 15,000 descendants. I mean, talk about destroying the laws of nature and human decency, but it's a rat. It's the rat, and I believe in it, and it's real. The second reason Bigfoot exists is there's been many sightings. There's been thousands and hundreds of thousands of sightings. Well, I'm sure many of these sightings were as practical jokes or while people were under the influence. Many of these sightings were real eyewitnesses believing they saw Bigfoot. Jane Goodall, the leading researcher in the world on primates, supports the notion of Bigfoot. That's like Michael Jordan supporting a basketball shoe. You know it's going to be good, reliable, and work. Mark Twain once said, when you think on the side of the majority, it is time to reform. And I think that's true. Most people don't believe in Bigfoot. But I also think it's time that we can set aside some of those differences and hard feelings we have towards Sasquatch. When we were little, we believed in the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus. Now that we're older and more mature, it's time to believe in Sasquatch. The third reason Bigfoot exists is we can see the ancestors within our own society. We all have friends with big feet, maybe 13, 14, 15 size shoe. Robert Wadlow wears a size 37 shoe. That's a big foot. And yet, is Robert any less real because he has a big foot? Hugh Jackman plays the Wolverine in X-Men, and he's a hairy guy. He has to be. He's a Wolverine. I personally have a friend who has to shave twice a day just to obey the honor code. There's hairy people out there. Yao Ming is a famous basketball player and a 7'6", somewhat freak of nature. that you combine these three individuals together, the Bigfoot guy, the tall guy, and the hairy guy, and you have Bigfoot. As we've seen, Bigfoot exists for three reasons. There's definitely weirder things out there. The evidence is hard to deny, and we can see that missing link within our own society. Now, if we look back on the story of Carlos, who off in the distance saw something big, black, and hairy, what could it be? I think it was Bigfoot.